So yeah, this video will be about this week at the NICU. NICU life is it's like emotionally draining just because you're not able to bring your baby home like you had hoped while you was carrying your baby. So I just want to talk about that for a little minute. My baby is 2 weeks old today, and it's just hard trying to especially when you have other kids. It's hard trying to just balance that out and get back to some type of normality or whatever it's called. I think it's normality. Get something, get into some type of schedule, because you back and forth from home and to the hospital, and then you trying to split time from your other kids and your NICU baby. And then also it's like certain nurses and stuff like that give you a little bad vibe, if you feel like they're not attentive to your baby. So I've been having to go off. There's been some things going on in the NICU that I don't like. It's just hard because I can't be there full time for my baby, and I really wish I could, because it's like you gotta watch every nurse, or when you call them for updates, it's not the same as being there actually watching them, because some of them be real distracted, or they not attentive, and they be on their phones, or they not really paying attention to the monitor. So it's like I'll be there watching them watch my baby, because I want to see how you're watching my baby. I want to see how attentive you are. If he moving around a lot, I want to see if you're gonna come in and see what's going on with him, because my baby, he is sleep majority of the day, majority of the night he's asleep. He'll wake up probably 30 minutes and then go back to sleep. But for the most part, he doesn't like a wet diaper. So that's the thing. And he'll move around a lot if he's uncomfortable. I had this one nurse tell me oh, well, less is more, and this and that. And I'm like, well, he needs some suction or whatever, and from his breathing tube. And I'm like, he needs some suction. And she was hesitant to do it. All the other nurses that I have, all the other nurses that I've had don't hesitate to do what I ask them to do. So if you hesitant to do what I ask you to do, or she steady telling him oh, go to sleep, Jacoby, it's so many minutes or so many hours left in my shift. Why does that matter? How long is left in your shift? He's a baby. Do what's best for him, not what's best for you, just because you ready to get off, or it seems like you just don't want to be here. Don't have nobody practicing with my baby. Don't have no new nurses practicing with my kid. If they not experienced, or if they don't like the job, or if they don't love the job that they do, they cannot be in my son's room or in his presence, or don't even let them touch him. And so I just been having to go off about that, because it irritates me to have a unattentive or distracted nurse when my son's care is what's most important. So if you're not gonna be that designated person to do it, some of the nurses, I love them because they watch him and they so attentive. They be like, oh, Jacoby, it's time to change your pamper. We know you're gonna get mad, but at least they checking. I had to check to see that his pamper was wet. Why did you not check that? Because he's steady moving around like he's uncomfortable. Do what you gotta do. And it's just so I had to call the lady's manager, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that nurse back on his service. And she was like, oh, would it be nice if I give her the feedback? And I'm like, no, take her off. Feedback nothing, because I gave her multiple chances to do what I asked her to do. I watched her for majority of the night, and she rarely came in the room, rarely looked up at the monitors, was on her phone majority of the time. No, take her off, because she's more worried about getting through her shift real quick without having to check on him, or, if he sleeps, she's not really checking on him. I don't like that. And then she didn't even, when she was supposed to suction him, she didn't even suction him. She told me, oh, we finna do his glucose test. Did the glucose test, changed the pamper, but didn't even suction him, and then went to lunch. You're off. I don't play like that because I already, from what already happened, I'm already at the point of suing them. So yeah, the manager was just like, "Oh, can we give her the feedback?" And I'm like, "No, take her off." And I said, "If you don't want to do it, I'm gonna go above you and go to your manager, and then we're gonna have some problems because I'm already at the point of wanting to sue y'all for having one careless nurse. You're not gonna have another careless nurse touching my kid or caring for my kid overnight. Because it seems like it's always shenanigans overnight. Why do y'all always put the shenanigan nurses overnight? It's so hard to have your baby in NICU because it's like you can't be there 24/7. Like if you can, that's good for you, but it's gonna drive it drives you crazy because being this like it's a lot. Because you just want, like, you want to be there with your baby as much as possible, but then you also got to make sure you take care of yourself. And then if you have other kids, you got to make sure that, you know, they're okay. They're getting time too. So it's just like, it's hard. That's the hardest part. Being two different places. Being stretched so thin because you got to be here. You got to be there. You want to spend time with the baby, but it's like, you know, it's not the same as if the baby was home because then you'll be able to really split time between all the kids at one time. So that's the nurses. Some of them is just bullshit ass nurses. Like, how did you get this job? Why did they put you in the NICU? You need to be with older people or something. Since you want your shift to go back faster, you need to be in postpartum something. You need to do something because this is not the field for you. What else about NICU? It's just a lot of things. You just got to make sure you asking questions. Take care of yourself for the most part. Take care of yourself. Make sure you eating. Make sure you staying hydrated because I've been having headaches because I haven't really been staying on a good eating schedule because like the food at the hospitals, like they give you coupons for food or whatever, and they food is so nasty. And I'm just like, I can't eat that. So I've been trying to like cook, meal prep, and take meals with me when I'm there overnight or whatever. Or when I do go there, I would normally be there while the kids is at school. So that would give me like an 8-hour span to be there with him. And then, you know, pick them up from school and spend time with them and then be back. So when I get that call that he's discharged, I'm going to cry and fly. Cry and fly to get my baby because this has been like the as far as like the nurses, this is like a nightmare. The first one, it was a lot, and yeah, it's a lot. So I'll be having to call and check in, but then I try to just like come up there, you know, sneak up there because when they know you're not coming, they be surprised like, oh well, yeah, I want to see who y'all got on the service because it's ridiculous. Don't mind my hair, y'all. I don't know why I'm on this video looking like this, but I'm thinking about the flat ironing because Christmas is tomorrow and I'm trying to see what I'm finna do to it. But I don't know. I might flat iron it. I might put my wig on. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, NICU life is just, it's a lot. Like my daughter was in the NICU, but it's like this, like she had a lot of good nurses, but this right here is like they just, I don't know, try to be there at night and then like overnight and then be with my bigger kids during the day. So I try to just, I be trying, like certain days I just be trying to get some sleep, make sure I eat, make sure I drink water and stuff like that. But other days I'll be like, okay, once they go to sleep, I'm gonna go to the hospital and then I like fall asleep for a little bit and wake up and like look, see what the nurse doing because I just be scared. Like, I don't know what y'all be doing overnight or how y'all do it, but you're gonna be attentive to my baby if you're gonna be on his service, and that's just that. I don't care what nobody's talking about. But yeah, I done had to curse them out a couple times because they had my baby boop. I was ready to go. I was going off, and they were scared. They started asking me like, is it okay if we come in and check the baby? It's fine if you do your job. That's what I want y'all to do. Y'all job. When you're not doing your job, then we have a problem because this is what y'all paid to do. This is what y'all supposed to love to do. Because I want to be a nurse, and it's something I really would love to do. Like, I really would love to do that. So you're supposed to go above and beyond if that's something you really love. So I've been asking them, like, what's some other hospitals to transfer my baby to, because at this point I shouldn't have to, like, I can't trust y'all with my baby, and so I just keep calling and checking in. If I'm not there, try to be at home and get some work done. But it seems like I can't get no work done. I can't focus because I'm just so worried about my baby. So when it's the time for him to come home, I'm crying flat, y'all. But that was just a little update on what I've been going through with this NICU stuff. My older kids get to meet the baby tomorrow, so they're really excited. I'm really excited. I'm hoping I don't be crying, all just red faced. I hope not. But my heart is so full. I'm definitely excited for them to meet each other. My daughter said that that's her baby. So I'm gonna have to fight with my daughter for my son, so it's okay. That's fine though, cause they gonna be like, and that's cool. But yeah, see y'all another day. I'm gonna try to do another video, like a day in the NICU or something like that, when I'm there or whatever, what I eat and what we do or whatever like that. But yeah, see y'all until then.